Hi, one of the Sunday night movies I recently watched was Richard Donner's The Toy from 1982. It's the remake of a French film from a few years earlier, and it stars Richard Pryor as a man trying to break into journalism, who, through a series of somewhat contrived events, winds up being hired by US Bates, the owner of a huge business conglomerate, including the newspaper for whom he wants to work, to act as his son's toy, effectively babysitter and play companion. It's not very good. It's said that every director has at least one major dud in their filmography, and this appears to be the one for Richard Donner, who had an extraordinary career. Superman, Superman 2, from which he was fired, The Goonies, Scrooged, all four Lethal Weapon films, an extraordinary filmography. But this appears to be his only pure comedy. uh, really doesn't work at all. Um, there's a lot of unmotivated clowning from Richard Pryor, who is normally a very reliable, very talented comic performer and a great actor in his own right. But there are a lot of scenes here where he just walks into a room and immediately just is starting to generate comic business based on nothing. After talking his way into a job as a waiter, he's fired. And then he just goes to a department store after hours owned by Bates and starts playing with the toys, whereupon Bates' son sees him and decides that of all the toys there, he wants Pryor. There's no reason for Pryor to be in the toy store. He's just there mucking around for no reason at all, other than people think that it's amusing that he's acting the clown. Um, Jackie Gleason plays Bates Senior and plays the role relatively seriously, but there's really not much to gain purchase on. And the film really just shows that maybe Donner was not a director rather, who had an instinct for a good script, rather like Ridley Scott. They can't really tell a good script from a bad one. Donner was lucky in that he had a lot of good scripts during his career, but this seems to be, as I say, a rare dud, one that relies far more on a chemistry between the script and the performer rather than just something that the director can do. It's notably lacking any real directorial flourishes, and it feels like something that Donner did purely to get back in Hollywood's good books after being fired from Superman 2. As a result, it's definitely one of Pryor's weaker films, the weakest film I've seen from Donner to date, and not one that I could really recommend.